Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. We are excited to have you with us. I'm Jill from Just Jill. So good to have you here. I think we're live everywhere now. How are you? It's Thursday. I hope you've been having a great week. We had to jump around and move things around from our normal Tuesday nights. Sometimes we do Mondays, mostly Tuesdays, but some weeks you never know where we're going to pop up. So this week it just happened to work best with my schedule on Thursday, but we never like to go a week without spending time with you. So I hope if you're joining in, you're excited to spend a little bit of time with us tonight. We have some great products that we're going to be showing you. We have some new things into the shop. Hey, Matthew. Hi, Louise. How are you? Hi, Sandy. Nice to have you here. We'll let people kind of come in. Little different scenery than where I normally am. Hi, Mariana. We're down at our beach house. So this is where we actually call this our blue room because it is we painted it this like really rich navy blue, which sometimes you have to be careful when you paint a room a dark color, but what you can't see is the whole wall over there is nothing but windows that looks out onto the water. So it's there's not as much wall space in this room as you might think. And so the dark navy color really works here. And I don't know, I'll tilt this up a little bit. I love that piece of art. Isn't it cool? It's like this big wave. Yes, we have a bear, because we now carry Boyd's Bears. For those of you who remember Boyd's Bears from back in the day, they're celebrating their 45th anniversary. They were in hibernation for about 10 years, but they're sort of relaunching their line, and they're now part of the Enesco family of brands. And since we do a lot of great work with Enesco, with Jim Shore and Lolita and Possible Dream Santas, for me, it was a natural fit because I was a bear collector for a very, very, very long time. And for those of you who used to watch those Boyd's Bear shows on QVC with crazy, zany, wonderful Gary Lowenthal, who is the founder of Boyd's Bears. And then after that, wonderful Liz, who, sort of took his place. It just felt like a natural thing. So we'll be talking about this sweet bear coming up in just a little bit. We love her. Her name's Annie, Annie Bearsley. So that's going to be tons of fun. We have new Lolita to share with you and some things I want to talk to you about there. We have beautiful new jewelry from Ross Simon. So the little necklace I'm wearing, these great two-tone hoop earrings. Let me take that off so you can see it. Really just great classic little hoop with alternating beads of silver and gold tone. Love those. I love that they're a snap bar closure. It makes it really easy. So we're going to talk about that. And what else do we have, Kylie? We have some really pretty flameless candles. We did a little candle garden back here with one of our open concept lanterns. I think sometimes it's helpful to see, like, you like the look of a lantern, but what are you going to do with it? So many of you have responded to our flameless candle collection that I just wanted to show you how pretty it can be to nestle a few of those in that lantern. This one is done in this whitewash. It has this pretty kind of oil rubbed bronze finial on the top, and really, really a nice piece and perfect, I think, for the flameless candles. So we'll talk about that. I have some candlesticks. We have cute little trinket pieces, maybe, gift for mom. Fill that with a piece of jewelry or her favorite candy or something like that. So all kinds of little fun things that we're going to talk about. Kylie, of course, is here with me. So if you have any questions about anything that we're talking about during our time together, please put your comments in the chat and we'll make sure to do our best to answer those questions for you. Also, remember that when I'm presenting these items to you, these are all available at my online website, justjillshop.com. So they're not just available when we're talking about them now. You can go onto our website and you can shop for them at any time. And we have far more items on our shop than what we're showing you here during our live streams. We have about 1,000 products over at justjillshop.com. So if you don't find exactly what you're looking for, or we haven't hit the nail on the head for you during our live stream, please still go check out our website and see the numerous products that we have really in all categories. If you like beauty, we carry beauty brands in both hair care and skincare and color cosmetics, with another hair care line coming in the next month or so. We're very excited about that. And likely it's a brand and a person that too. He has changed the way people think about using hair care products. That's a pretty good hint, but I'll let you guess and, put your guesses in the chat and we'll see how close you come. We also, on our shop, we have all kinds of food products. If you want to send a cake to mom for Mother's Day, you can pick up a My Grandma's Coffee Cake. We only sell the super large size, which is over 3 pounds, tons of flavors to choose from, has about 26 servings in that cake. And you can send that to mom. Those orders have to be placed, I think, by April 29th. So by next week, if you want to make sure that you ensure delivery to mom in time for Mother's Day. But in addition to that, we have the most amazing crab cakes from my friend, Chef Mike Myers. He makes the best crab cake I've ever tasted. All jumbo lump crab meat. We're doing our bonus offer right now. Normally we do 8 of those 5-ounce cakes for $169. Remember, that includes your shipping and handling, and we have to send those second day air with ice. So that certainly adds to the cost. I know it sounds like a lot, but we can't get around the shipping and food safety part to get it to you the right way. But our bonus right now is instead of 8 cakes, you get 10. So you get 10 of Chef Mike's crab cakes for the price of 8. And if you go on to justjillshop.com, I'll pull it up in a little bit. Every review on those crab cakes is 5 stars. So if you're thinking to yourself, well, like, why would I order food from her? Or how good could they really be? Or I'm constantly disappointed whenever I try crab cakes from other places. Listen, I've tasted a lot of those crab cakes that you've been disappointed in, and you're right, they're not all that. And a lot of times what a lot of companies do is they make the cake and then they take a handful of jumbo lump and they put it on top to make it look like it's full of crab cake or it's full of the jumbo lump meat. But really what they're doing is just trying to make the picture look good. That is not at all what Chef Mike does. He uses the best crab meat. He uses it's gluten-free. There's no breading in it at all. He actually makes up a seafood like mousse that helps bind it together. He doesn't use onion. He doesn't use garlic. He relies on the sweetness of that pure crab. Karen said those crab cakes are delicious, best ever. Yes. So if you want to do something special for mom, Father's Day is coming up. Also, don't forget about what are you going to do for Memorial Day weekend? Or sometimes, isn't it nice just to be able to treat yourself or you and your spouse, your partner, a dear friend who's stopping over to a really lovely meal? Each of those crab cakes is individually packaged. So please check out Mother Nature's Son. Not only do we have our bonus crab cake special, he makes fabulous soups. The soups are just unbelievable. All of his food is the best quality ingredients. And I know a lot of times when my husband Doug and I go out to eat, I'll say to him, not only was that a great meal, but the ingredient quality was so good. And that's all the difference, right? That's the difference between good and great in cooking, in my opinion. So check out Mother Nature's Son crab cakes. They're worth every penny. That's what I would say to you. They're worth every penny. And they're 5-ounce cakes. They're not itty bitty. 5-ounce cakes. You get 10 of them for the price of 8. Hang on one second. I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Wouldn't that be funny if the phone rang all of a sudden? Hi, Doug. Yeah, doing a Facebook Live, babe. Gotta go. All right. So what else can I tell you? All right. We have so many different things to talk about. Let's start with, what should we start with, Kylie? You got any call outs? You want to start with?
Lolita.
Kylie wants to start with Lolita. All right. So we've been lucky enough, excuse me for just a second, to carry hand-painted Lolita wine glasses at Just Jill for about a year or so, maybe just a little bit longer than that. But my history with Lolita goes back to my days of working as a host at QVC. I used to host a show called Your Home with Jill, and I had the opportunity to work with a lot of great brands and inventors and designers and things. And I'd met Lolita. She and I collaborated on some beautiful designs. And so when I, pivoted my life to do different things, I was so excited when I was able to not only work with the team at UNESCO, but then have access to their incredible brands, including Lolita. So here's the thing. You all have loved purchasing Lolita wine glasses from us, but we heard you, because a lot of times what we do is we do duos. and they were always duos of the same glass. And sometimes that would work for you, and sometimes it just didn't. So Bernadette on our team really worked with UNESCO, like how can we give our customers a better opportunity to really customize when they want to give more than one and not be locked into buying two of the same if that's not what they wanted to do. And so here's what we're doing now with Lolita. All of our Lolita glasses, and we have 22 styles up right now, including about 6 brand new. One glass, and the other thing too, this is really important. Whenever you shop with us at Just Jill, your shipping and handling is included with the price. So when I say the price, it's not another $12 after that for shipping. The only extra that'll be on top of that would be whatever the sales tax is for your shop. Yeah. So you're going to buy the Lolita glass. It's $36 delivered. Okay. But if you decide, all right, I love this blue one and I love that pink one, so you end up buying 2 of them, you get to take $6 off each glass. So instead of it being a $36 glass and a $36 glass, that's $72. It's now a $30 glass and a $30 glass, and it's $60. So we basically let you go back to what we used to charge for a duo of the same by doing that buy more and save. So again, you buy one, it's going to be $36. I can't do anything about that. That is what it is. But if you buy 2, because we can package them together, that saves on the shipping, that we pass that savings on to you. So buy 2, we'll take $6 off the cost of each glass. And now instead of spending essentially $36 a glass, it's $30 a glass. So it's, close to a 20% savings, which I think is really nice. Oh, good, Karen. I'm glad you like that. So can I show you some of the new patterns that we have? And let me also say this. I know that some of you are not drinkers, right? I will say Kylie and I are enjoying a glass of wine tonight for our Facebook Live. We were getting ready. We had Wicked, the movie, on in the background. Okay, maybe like the 7th or 8th time we've seen it, because when it came out finally to rent, you had to buy it. The buying it was the same as the rental price. So I bought it, and now we watch it all the time. And every time we watch it, we see something new, right, Kai? And we sing along, and neither of us have great voices. There's a reason why on the host CDs at QVC way back in the day, I lip sang. I never let anybody hear my voice, but I love to sing. And I do have this like secret fantasy of like standing on stage for a Broadway show or a concert and like belting out this incredible song with a great voice. The only thing missing is the great voice. So anyway, so we were getting ready tonight, and we were listening to Wicked in the background, and we enjoyed lobster rolls for dinner, and those were really good. And so we thought, like, let's grab a Lolita glass and have a little glass of wine. In any event, as far as the Lolita glasses go, although they are a wine glass, let me also tell you, they're beautiful for your iced tea. They're wonderful as a water glass. Drink your soda in them. Drink your favorite juice. Make a little mocktail in them. Do a little cranberry juice and seltzer. They don't have to just be for wine. And I think that's really important, because one of the things I said to Kylie when we were kind of getting ready is, I love enjoying a drink, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, whatever, in something pretty. Like it just, as I'm holding it, and this one actually happens to be my own glass. We offer this really pretty cardinal with the little cherry blossoms on it. Doug and the kids actually bought this for me before we even carried Lolita at Just Jill. But like, it's the one I reach for every time I open up that cabinet, because I love to look at it. I like art. I like pretty things. It makes me happy. And I'd rather have a couple of special glasses like this than a whole cupboard filled of just plain clear glasses. I think this is so much more special. So that said, let me show you the pattern. So this one here is our cardinal with the pretty cherry blossoms. There are some crystals on the stem, and then look how it's all hand painted there on the base of the glass. Okay. And then look at some of these new ones. Bernadette was so funny. She's like, I know you're going to love this one because you're all about blue. you think? So this one is, they frosted the glass and then did this beautiful blue floral pattern. It's called chinoiserie. And then they painted the stem white with the blue flowers. And then you also have that pretty blue scroll pattern going around the bottom. So remember, one glass for 36, but if you buy two of the same or different, doesn't matter, we'll take $6 off each glass. That way you get to customize your own duo or trio and you save money while you do it. All right, so then another brand new one we have for Mother's Day is this one. All right. Tracy, I love it. Life is too short to drink out of a clear glass. Cheers to that. I love that. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. So it's this pretty purple, gold, and pink on one side. And then look at the pretty tulips on the other. And they put a little sparkle on there. Beautiful gold detail. And then the pink down there on the base of the glass. These are 15-ounce glasses. They'll all come in the canister like I showed you. I have had Lolita glasses since Lolita was on with me during my time at QVC. That's been a decade. And I still use them. The way I take care of them is I hand wash them. If you hand wash these when you're done using them, let them air dry or towel dry them, doesn't matter. They will stay looking great. The crystals will not come off. They'll be beautiful forever. They just are so well done. All right, I have more. You ready? Here's one that Kylie really liked. And this one is called Wine in the Garden. And look how pretty. This is probably the most colorful. That's why Kylie said she liked it. She loved all of the colors. So again, look, there's like sprigs of lavender in there and, little violets or pansies and dahlias and sunflowers, like so pretty. Isn't that nice? I love that. So that's a new one. Very pretty. Then another one, if you like flowers, and if you're loving all our flameless candles, I'm going to talk about them. This is called the Pretty as a Peony. And it has these beautiful, this is for those of you who love your pink. And they called it peony, but I also think they sort of look like cabbage roses a little bit. I don't know what you all think, but look how pretty that is. And the pinks and the whites and the greens. And then there's what the base looks like. So nice. And then finally, last but not least, Kylie was laughing. I'm like, Kylie, you got to come see this one. So this one for all my beach and coastal friends, or, maybe you can remember a time when you were able to go scuba diving, or maybe you snorkel and you saw a sea turtle. Look at these sea turtles. Look at them. So they're done in like a coral, a gold, and an aqua. And then there's some starfish in there too. I love there's a little bit of like sea coral. Then the stem is frosted. Then you have that coral design wrapping around. And I love this. I feel like the base here almost looks like a bandana pattern, right? It's like a little boho chic, I think. So if you love, maybe for those of you who live down in Florida or live down by the sea or the beach, isn't that going to be fun to sit out on your back patio or deck and enjoy whatever you like to enjoy in this just absolutely darling sea turtle glass. So, so cute. All right. So those are the new that we've added to our Lolita collection, but we have another dozen plus of them that are already there. So go shop with birthdays coming up, Mother's Day, just graduations, weddings are coming up. I know we're going to a wedding at the end of May, and how fun to give a nice set of pretty wine glasses. Great for a bridal shower too, something special. So, and what's fun is if you do it at a bridal shower, if they are serving mimosas or any kind of punch, whatever it might be, have the bride open it first so that she can enjoy using the glass during the course of the party. Joan said, I love those glasses. Mother's Day gift for my daughter-in-law. Perfect, perfect, perfect. They're so great. They're just, you open up your cupboard and there they are, and they just make you smile. And I love them. They're also like, here's something I don't know that I've ever really talked about. Yes, the painting and everything is great. It's a good quality glass. I'm sure yeah, you can go to Home Goods and you can buy a couple of wine glasses for $2.99, but the glass is really thin. It doesn't feel that great in your hand. It doesn't feel durable. These glasses are a really good quality glass to start with. And then with all the embellishments, cheers. All right, so check out Lolita. Mary said it's fun when you have a party and everyone brings their own, very festive. Yes, Mary. Do you know what I did one year for a family Christmas party? So this is when I was working at QVC, was working with Lolita, and she sent me one of each of the designs that we had worked on together as samples. So I had those at the house, and Doug was like, really? Like, do we really need to have all of these wine glasses? So that year for Christmas, on a little bar cart, I let everybody take a wine glass to use for the night, and then they got to take it home. And so it was like a little favor. I know you can't necessarily do that unless you were doing it for a special event or a special occasion or celebrating somebody's 60th birthday and you had this pretty wine glass for them to use all night and then they got to take it home. But I just thought that was such a fun thing. Like everybody could pick their glass. They enjoyed it all night long. And then they got to take it home with them and they could continue to enjoy it for years to come. So anyway, cheers to Lolita, everybody. And cheers to our assortment that we have at Just Jill. And Tracy said, I'm viewing from my personal Facebook page, tried to get on via my Lolita page, but couldn't. Just love you. Oh, thanks so much, Tracy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Yeah, we're thrilled to carry Lolita glasses and so glad to have, everybody enjoying. All right, so let's do this. Let's talk about some jewelry. Can we talk about jewelry? All right. Tonight's wine, by the way, if you are a wine drinker and you're looking for a very nice, light, easy white wine, there is a great winery in Oregon called A to Z. It's in the Willamette area, and they have a Pinot Gris, and it is a lovely wine. It's affordable. It's under $20. Usually in my area here in Pennsylvania, it's like $15 a bottle. And it's one of my favorites. My brother-in-law, Dan, who lives up in Seattle, he and his wife, my sister-in-law, Lane, really enjoy wines. They've done all the wine tours. So he's somebody I kind of look to when I want to try something new, especially in the whites, because I don't drink a lot of reds. And he bought a bottle of this one time when he was visiting, and I buy it all the time. So if you need a nice, easy wine recommendation, it's great with seafood, chicken. We had it with lobster tonight. Great with our crab cakes from Mother Nature's Son. On a hot day, it's not heavy. It's not buttery, oaky like a Chardonnay, but it doesn't necessarily have the citrus tang of like a Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand. It's just a very nice, clean, light wine. So Pinot Gris from A to Z Vineyards out of Oregon. So if you need a little wine recommendation, there's one for you. Okay, let's talk about jewelry because we have some new things, and the jewelry that I have on for you tonight is all part of these new assortments that we have for you from Ross Simons. And can you confirm, are we doing 15% off Ross Simons right now? I'm pretty sure.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah. We just added a lot of new pieces, and so many of you were giving us so many nice comments too. 15% off all Ross Simons jewelry. Yep. So if you are a fan of Ross Simons, yes, how lucky are we that we are able to carry such a prestigious brand of jewelry? I'm sure many of you have shopped from the Ross Simons catalog over the years. I had the opportunity to work with Daryl Ross, part of the Ross Simons family, for many years at QVC. And what I love about working with Ross Simons is they give you access to so many more types of jewelry than we could really bring in at Just Jill. So if you're looking for unique gemstones, we can direct you to our Ross Simons collection. And Bernadette and I go through the entire Ross Simons catalog. We pick things that we think you would like. I'm always driven by price point. So yeah, I mean, it's lovely to look at a website that has all of these pieces of jewelry that, are $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. But who can really afford that? So we try to keep a lot of our pieces at $150 or or lower. I always like it when Bernadette's like, yes, there's a lot of pieces under $100. Like, yay. So, and now you get 15% off, and those discounts are taken at checkout. So let's talk about a few things that are new. And one of them I have to share with you. One of the things I love about Ross Simons is that we're able to do Murano glass, Murano art glass. So Murano, of course, is this incredible glass blowing island off of the coast of Italy near Venice. And they make the most beautiful pieces. And so this was a brand new collection. I love it so much. It's a soft gold foil, and then it has those swirls of pink and white. Can I just say something? Like if you were going to do a gift for someone, like, look at that. It's kind of like, right? Like look at it in the glass and then look at it on the glass, in the glass heart. So just, it's a bouquet of flowers that never needs watering, that you're never going to have to worry about wilting or anything, and looks so beautiful. Soft pinks, whites. Ooh, I don't know what just happened there. We still good? Okay. Soft pinks and whites, and then it's a gold background. I'm going to hold that up as close as I can so you can see the green that's in there, the striations, a little shimmer glass going through there too. Look at the dimension. It's on a super sparkly Singapore chain. This is a sterling silver chain with 18 karat gold over it. And Kylie can give you all the specifics on the length and everything, but look how pretty that is. I'm going to take off this smaller piece that I'm wearing. I'll show that to you in a minute. But here is what this piece looks on. Now, I will say, like, you're going to be surprised because this piece has some weight to it. But again, the right chain. Ross Simons has been working with Murano glass for decades. So their team knows how to pick the right chain to wear with this look. Look how pretty. I'll tilt my camera down a little bit. Isn't that nice? And if you want to put it on a shorter chain, you can. I'm just going to put that up a little bit so it's easier for y'all to see. But look how pretty that is. I mean, just, isn't that nice? Simple, easy, pretty. Wear it with pastels. Wear it with a white button down. It's just a gorgeous piece. And then, but wait, there's more. There's actually a matching pair of earrings. So maybe you love the look of the art glass, but you know, the heart is too big for you. You don't wear necklaces. How about a pair of the earrings? And remember, 15% off, everybody. A discount will be taken at checkout. And that's not just on the pieces of Ross Simon I'm showing you. We have dozens of pieces of Ross Simons that we've hand selected for our Just Jill assortment that you can buy from us. It will ship to you from Ross Simons in their Ross Simons packaging, and you get 15% off. So it's awesome. So if you want a pair of these pretty heart earrings for you, for mom, for a gift, you know, nice size, just a simple French wire. They finish the piece nicely over the top of the wire there. And then you have a mini version of that beautiful floral heart. And no, Carol, I see your comment there about the earrings. They're not heavy. I know with the bigger heart, I'm saying obviously it's heavy. These are not at all. At all. I don't feel them really on my ear at all. But look at, I mean, nice length. And again, just gold, pinks, whites. You can wear them with everything. And they're so interesting. You know, when you're having a conversation with someone and they look a little closer at that heart, I know you're going to get compliments. They're going to say, oh, I love your earrings. Those are so interesting. Or likely, are those Murano? I visited there years ago. I always wish that I had bought a piece of jewelry from there. So here is your opportunity to enjoy a little bit of Italy with those beautiful pieces. Lynn said, I bought Ross Simons from you before, and just the packaging alone is worth the price. Everything about this collection is so classy. I agree, Lynn. Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. The packaging is gorgeous. So there's your earrings, everybody. And then here's the heart necklace. I'm going to take this off one more time so you can see it. If I can, here's the end. There it is. Has a little lobster claw closure, but here again is the chain. Beautiful diamond cut Singapore chain, really reflective. And then there is that gorgeous heart. Okay. And they put a little bit of that glue. Everyone's going to be a little different. So this one has sort of like that wrap of the sparkle going through it. Okay, so that's available. Let me talk to you about the original earrings I've been wearing. I love these because one purchase and you have a pair of earrings that works with everything. So it's a sterling silver skinny hoop, but then you have beads going around it in both silver and then you have your gold. So it's 18 karat gold over the sterling silver. The beads don't move, so they're stationary. They're a snap bar closure. You know, I love a good hoop. And easy to wear, lightweight on the ear, and just something fun and different. And wear these, like if you're traveling and you take a little bit of gold and a little bit of silver, guess what? This is the earring you're going to take because it's going to go with everything. If you love a hoop earring, maybe you don't have any with this beautiful bead design. So take advantage of the opportunity to do something fun like this. Great as a gift, because if you're not sure, do they wear a lot of silver? Do they wear a lot of gold? You just know they love jewelry. They're going to love these. And again, 15% off your price at checkout. So a nice opportunity to get a new little basic. The other necklace I was wearing is a little bit more of a delicate piece, but I thought it was so pretty. This is a sterling silver kind of diamond cut baby paperclip chain. It's a toggle closure, and the heart is actually inlaid pink mother of pearl. Isn't that gorgeous? I love, oh, that frosty shimmer pink is so pretty. So very delicate, very feminine, very pretty, an easy piece to put on. Sometimes toggles like this are easier for people to put on than different types of closures and clasps. And again, like I love the way the metal just shimmers against my skin. The heart is very sweet, demure, and pretty in just that soft pink. You could layer around this if you wanted to. Perfect to fill in a little neckline. A very nice gift too for your daughters and granddaughters, nieces, goddaughters who are graduating from 8th grade into high school to college, college to the real world. And I think that this is a necklace that would have a lot of appeal for many, many different age groups. And of course, who doesn't love a piece of jewelry with the heart, because you feel that love every time you wear it. All right, let's talk about a couple gems. So here is a brand new, gorgeous ring. Okay, look at all of the gemstones on this ring. And I hope I do it justice. So you've got a flower in the center, and then you have like these little mini flowers on each side. This ring has 13 carats of gemstones on it. 13 carats, all right? Here are the gems. Kylie, can you help me? And let's make sure I get them all, all right? Yeah. I'm going to put my brain to the test here. Ready? I'll read them. If I miss one, let me know, okay? You have peridot. You have chromium diopside, which is the color of emeralds, right? Clarity that you wouldn't ever have in an emerald, but that emerald green. There's Swiss blue topaz. There's iolite. There's garnet. There's rhodolite garnet. There's citrine. And there's amethyst. Did I get them all? How about it? All right. Sometimes I have it and sometimes I don't. It's a sterling silver ring that they've done an 18 karat gold plating over. So again, gold is $3,500 an ounce right now, everybody. I don't know anyone who can really afford any true all gold, solid gold jewelry. I mean, it's just, when I started working at QVC in 1993, the price of gold per ounce was like not even $300. And now it's over $3,000. So that's why you're probably going to see more and more jewelry brands leaning into, and they've improve the technology for plating and clad so much more than it was, 20 years ago. But so this is an 18 karat gold over the sterling silver. But I like the profile on this ring. It's propped up a smidge, but it's not overwhelming. And it just has so many pretty colors. And when you're wearing that out in the daylight, you're going to love seeing those different colors glowing at you. The variety of gems, those are marquise cut stones in the center, round set stones and the little mini flowers on the side. Really a beautiful ring. When we did the post on this on Facebook, so many of you really responded to this piece. So if you're interested in that, that's a really pretty ring for you to consider. And then
for someone who's sensitive to metal,
yes,
gold are some of these pieces gold, and are they okay for sensitive?
They're nickel free, and that's usually where your sensitivity is coming from. So the pieces are nickel free. This is sterling silver with gold plating over it, but all of the metals that are used there are nickel free. So you should be fine. Then let's talk about, oh, I have tanzanite. So if you would like, oh, these are pretty. A little pair of stud earrings. Look at those pretty tanzanite flowers. And these are just a simple clutch back style in sterling silver, a nice little stud, that pretty periwinkle color up against your face in a beautiful floral design. There you can see the duo. They're just very, very pretty. So if you're somebody who loves tanzanite and flowers, they are lovely. Mary said Ross Simon's jewelries make great gifts, always well received. Of course. And there's an over 70-year legacy with this company. They've been in business for a very long time, and they are known for beautiful quality jewelry, unique jewelry, right? Across the entire spectrum, from entry-level jewelry price points all the way up to very extravagant pieces, but they're driven by quality, and they've been able to develop, resources around the world for beautiful pieces of jewelry for, gosh, almost 3/4 of a century. So we are so proud to be a partner with Ross Simons, to be able to bring you their pieces, to talk about them and bring them to life a little bit. So again, if you want a little pick me up, a little sparkle, a little pretty color, we have these tanzanite flower earrings for you that I think that you'll really enjoy. And then we do also have a couple fun pieces of turquoise. So for those of you who are my turquoise gals, this is another really pretty chain. I'll hold that for you, like a little baby Figaro chain with a toggle closure, and then a nice piece of turquoise there, bezel set. So again, I love the turquoise and gold together, which is very pretty. And then we also have this turquoise ring, which is kind of cool, cut in this like sugar loaf cut. It sits up a little bit, and then they accented it on the side with some sky blue topaz. And this again is a sterling silver ring with the 18 karat gold over it. So I do have an all 14 karat gold piece I'm going to show you in a second, but all of the gold that I've been showing you has been done in a gold plating. And again, it's Ross Simons. So, take care of your jewelry, but they're also making sure that the plating, the clad that they're using is above industry standards. So it's going to stay looking gold for a very, very long time. I think that's a flattering ring. What do y'all think? I kind of love the East-West style. I've always been partial to that, but I think it's really flattering on the hand. And then the all gold piece I do have. So if you're a gold purist and you're really wanting 14 karat gold, this is a delicate chain, but it's for the queen bee. So, our Bernadette for our team, her nickname with those who are close to her is Bee. She is the queen bee. So we might need to get this for her, Kylie. But here is a super sweet little bumblebee with diamond cut wings, the crown up above, and then a delicate 14 karat gold chain. So this piece is not plated. This piece is a 14 karat gold piece. So if that fits the bill for somebody that maybe a big birthday, or you just want mom to know she is the queen, that's a great piece for her to enjoy. So enjoy that particular piece if you're looking for all 14 karat gold. And there are some more gold pieces over at justjillshop.com. So be sure to check that out as well. Again, we're thrilled to work with Ross Simons and offer their incredible quality jewelry. All right, let's move on to some of our beautiful candles. We're going to talk about real. Do you want to talk about Boyd's Bears? I think that Annie Bearsley just fell on me to say like, "Hey, girl, what's up?" So let's talk about that real quickly. So Boyd's Bears started in 1979, and for many bear collectors around the world, whether you thought of yourself as a collector or not, Boyd's Bears touched your heart with its whimsy, personality, outfits, and yes, probably with the founder, Gary Lowenthal, who was one of the wackiest, zaniest people I think I ever met in my career at QVC. but I just adored him. He was, he acted like he was a curmudgeon. I think he was prickly. He tried to be prickly on the outside, and he was a total marshmallow on the inside. And some of you will appreciate this. I took a picture of this bear today and I sent it to Mary Beth Rowe, because Mary Beth was really the collectibles queen, especially when I came to QVC. She really trained me, and I was sort of her backup many times for doll shows and teddy bear shows. And Boyd's Bears was one of those. In any event, over the years, Gary retired from Boyd's. Then, it stayed in business for a while, and then it shut down and went into hibernation for about a decade. 2014 was really the last year that any type of Boyd's Bears were in production. Enter Inesco, who said, that's a beloved brand, and people love the personality and fun of these fully jointed bears. And so we're going to bring Boyd's Bears out of retirement, out of hibernation, and we're going to create some special limited edition pieces. And so this is one of 12 bears that was created for the 45-year anniversary of Boyd's Bears, which was in 2024. This bear just launched in the fall of 2024, and it's absolutely precious. It's so soft. So for those of you who always love the fur and feel, it has the little suede paw pads, almost like a velvet in the paw pads. Then it has the Boyd's names there. It has a specialty ribbon around its neck, this little medallion. You can take it off if you want to, commemorating the 45-year anniversary. Remember that Boyd's hang tag? It's there. And this particular sort of panda, if you will, named Annie Bearsley, known in the Boyd's world as Granny Annie, she's kind of the historian of all of the Boyd's Bears. And so she's the one who can tell all the stories. And she's fully jointed. So again, I can turn the head, I can move the arms, has that sort of hockey puck style arm. I can't believe how these terms around bear features are coming back to me like I just talked about them yesterday. And Don said, looking forward to Boyd's Bears. I remember the gentleman that sold them on QVC. Yes, that's Gary Lowenthal. And just, it's just sweet and special, and may not be for everybody, but for those of you who, maybe have new grandkids, a new niece or nephew, you want to get something special. It's so soft. This fur, by the way, is like tipped. Can you see it? So it's not a pure white. It's kind of tipped in a soft brown. And even this panda style isn't done in black and white. This is done in more of like a mink color. And then you can see the sweet eyes. Look at that face. Remember that face? Oh my gosh, so cute. So, and super, super soft here. Is there weight to the bear? Yeah, it has a nice weight to it. It can sit up by itself. It's got a little bit of weighted bottom to it. There, you can feel the beans there in the bottom, and then the plush here, super cute. And it is supposed to be a panda, Carol. That's why it looks like a panda. It's supposed to be a panda. It was kind of modeled after one of the other panda bears in the line from years ago. They just kind of updated it with this new beautiful fur. It's a very silky fur, very plush, very soft, and just absolutely darling. We have a couple other Boyd's pieces available over at Just Jill Shop. We have, what's the moose's name?
I've been saying it all day long.
I know. What are their names? We have another Bearsley.
Marshall Moxley.
Oh, Marshall Moxley the moose is over at justjillshop.com.
And Emma Boydsley.
And Emma Boydsley is a little girl bear that's over there as well. So I know, so cute, right, Lisa? So if you're a Boyd's fan, a Boyd's collector, again, check out what we have for you over at justjillshop.com. Remember, your shipping and handling is included with all of our pricing, and really, really nice value. our price at Just Jill for this particular bear, I think it's $40. And that includes your shipping. You can buy this from Enesco for $40, and then you have to pay shipping on top of it. So we were able to do a really nice offer for you. And for those of you who are collectors, enjoy. Funny enough, we recently, in recent months, have been cleaning out a lot of things. And I actually cleaned out a lot of my Boyd's bears that I had in a big bin down in the basement, and I donated them. So hopefully they found a good home. I kept a couple that I really loved. I actually kept a panda that was done in mohair, believe it or not. And I kept, I can't remember if I kept my Albert Einstein bear. I had an Hermann teddy bear from Germany that looked like Albert Einstein that I thought was adorable. And
I can't remember either. I know I have mine.
Kylie grew up with Mr. Bear, which was a Boyd's bear. And I do have a couple of Christmas Boyd's bears that I put out every year. They sit in a little sleigh. I'm never giving those up. They make me so happy. Like every time I pull them out, I'm like, oh my gosh, my Boyd's bears. I love them.
I did thrift a teacher one for Grandma.
Oh, Kylie actually found at a thrift shop a little Boyd's bear that was like a teacher bear, and she gave it to my mom. So, I mean, I think we all have little Boyd's bear stories, but again, this is to celebrate the 45-year anniversary. It's a limited edition, and so there's only so many that were produced, and when they're gone, they're gone. But that one was my favorite. That's the one that I gravitated to when I was looking at the different styles that we were going to bring in. I'm like, we have to do that one. And I think when you get it at home, I don't know, it just sort of warms the heart of that inner child. So yes, right, Lynn? I was just the same thing. Teddy bears are ageless. All of us can use one. Sometimes you just need something to hug, right? You just need something to hug. Or, and again, we love our dogs. We love our pets, you know, all those things, but at least this is one you can hug without slobber, without pet fur getting all over you, right? All those different things. So super, super sweet. All right, let's talk about a couple of other things, and then we'll wrap up. For the jewelry that I just showed you, if you've never tried our jewelry cleaning product from the Shinery, definitely another great gift item. You know, so if it's your mom, your mother-in-law that you're maybe buying a gift for, again, it can just be a friend, a dear friend has a birthday. What do you get her? She has everything. You would never in a million years try to buy her jewelry because she wears the most beautiful jewelry and there's nothing you could buy her. She's going to need a way to clean it. So Shinery, we love carrying Shinery at Just Jill. When this company first started was right when we were launching Just Jill. So Bree Fullerton and I had a great conversation, you know, both, you know, young, she's young. I like to think I'm young, but I'm not so young. We were both young entrepreneurs in terms of starting our businesses. And I said, listen, like, I would love to talk about your product. And she said, oh my gosh, I would love to have somebody like you who has an audience talk about my product. So Shinery was developed because Bree got engaged and she noticed that every time she went to, like, she wanted her diamond to keep sparkling, but like traditional hand soaps would create a little bit of a film on the stone. And if she then put her ring in like a true cleaner, they were all chemical based. And so she'd put them back on her hand and her skin was sensitive. She was like, I wish there was just like a hand wash that I could use that would clean my jewelry while I'm washing my hands. Or at least if I just wanted to clean my jewelry, I knew it was with cleaner ingredients, more natural ingredients that wouldn't be harsh on the skin. Well, we were thrilled to bring you Shinery and introduce you to Bree back in 2021. Within a year, she became one of Oprah's favorite things. And now, like, Shinery is a featured product in, you know, all kinds of media. She gets all kinds of exposure. But I like to say, like, we knew about her before Oprah. So with this particular kit, this is one of her best sellers, and I think it's a great way to start. You get a full bottle of your wash, your jewel wash, and then you also get this great little brush. And the brush is great because it really can get in there to clean your jewelry. And her Shinery product has been tested safe on all gems. The only thing it's not safe for are pearls. It's the only thing you can't use it on. And again, it's not designed to take tarnish off of silver. It's designed to take the oil, the makeup, the residues that might be on your silver that can cause it to oxidize more quickly. And it's especially effective for gemstones, especially for cleaning out the nooks and crannies around your gems so they stay looking clean all of the time. And then they really sparkle. So a great gift item for anybody that that wears jewelry. Give them a new way to clean it with Shinery. So we're excited that we have that for you back in stock. And then also, if you ever see, we haven't talked about grit and grace in quite a while, and I know this has been really popular for a lot of you. These are, made down in Charleston, South Carolina, and these are real oyster shells that are actually kind of recycled, believe it or not, from restaurants around Charleston. They're washed, they're cleaned, they go through a whole process. And then the artists do this beautiful decoupage on the inside and then hand paint them in gold. They add a little flat piece so that this can sit up on your counter. What do you use these for? They're great little jewelry holders. So if you need a place to put your jewelry when you're washing your dishes or, cleaning up around the house, maybe you take your jewelry off at night. I know for me, I have 4 or 5 pieces of jewelry that I wear most of the time. So when I take off those pieces at night, my watch, a little pair of diamond earrings, whatever it might be, like putting it in a little dish right there, I always know where to find it. You could also use this out in your kitchen. You could use this for your kosher salt, to grab it and then do your cooking. If you wanted to do little wrapped candies in here, you could certainly do that too. They're just special. And again, I think these are just one of those finds that when somebody opens up and it comes in a grit and grace gift box with a little romance card about the history and Rachel, the founder of Grit and Grace, it sort of tells her story. She has a sweet little boutique there in Charleston. But you open up the box and then inside is this really pretty shell. We have dozens of patterns for you to choose from. I'm just going to show you a few, but we have ocean themes, we have floral themes, we have soft colors, we have vibrant colors. There's lemons, there's bumblebees, there's turtles, there's crabs, there's sunsets, there's pretty like marina looks here. Like here's a boat coming in from a long day. And again, each one of these, not only do you have the decoupage detail, but some of these are done by artists. So they create the art. Did I say that right? They create the work, the art for Grit and Grace, and then those pieces are copied and then decoupaged onto the shells themselves. And again, all the gold work is all done by hand. So here's a few more that we have for you. There's that sea turtle. So maybe you do the sea turtle. Where'd our sea turtle glass go? Oh, like cute gift, right? Sea turtle, sea turtle. Could be a lot of fun, right? Here's one that I love, which is the bumblebee. I just think that's so happy. So, hey, bee, right? So that could be a cute little gift, be the perfect place to keep that piece of jewelry. Christine said, I keep my Grit and Grace ocean themed shell on my nightstand. I'm a beach lover, so I love putting my jewelry in it. I'm so glad you like it, Christine. It's listen, let's face it. This is not a need, right? It's a want. But again, whether you have a big house or you've downsized, I hope that you surround yourself with things that make you feel good and that you love. You deserve to take a look at your nightstand and see that ocean shell and love it every single day. And again, it can serve a purpose and kind of tie into things that make you happy. That doesn't mean I want you to hoard all kinds of stuff, right? But I think there are certain things that make you feel good, that you really just love to have. And if you're looking at these shells and thinking, oh gosh, I think that'd be so pretty to put on my coffee table. I've got a little display, a tray with some candles, and I could put one of those dishes there and it would be so pretty, then do it and enjoy it and look at it every time and think to yourself, I'm so glad I got that. I love that Just Jill shop. So we were thrilled when we found these. This is one of the first brands that we carried here at Just Jill. They've been around for a long time, but we love the artistry. We love the craftsmanship. We love the quality. There's great reviews on these over at QVC at justjillshop.com. So check out the reviews. And again, each one's different. Each shell, like you can see, each shell might be different in its shape. Some might be bigger, some might be thicker, right? But each one has a beautiful scene for you to choose from. So Grit and Grace. Grit and Grace also has some great jewelry. So look at some of those jewelry pieces that we have from them too, because I think those are really, really nice. And then let me talk to you real quickly about flameless candles and real candles, all right? So flameless candles, what you're seeing here, these are all available from Just Jill, including this open concept lantern. Is that on sale right now, Kylie, that open concept lantern? She's checking. For some reason, I thought it was, but maybe not. It is. So what's the price on it?
It was $49. It's now $39.
It's $39. It's wood. It's a whitewashed wood, and then it has the oil rubbed bronze finial on the top. Can I do this? Oh, yes, I can. That was like a Bob the Builder moment, was it? Can she do it? Yes, she can. All right, so there is the little finial top, and you can kind of see the whitewash on this open concept lantern. And if you've bought our flameless candles already, or you're tempted to now that you're seeing them here, this is fabulous. I love the height. I love the shape. It's more narrow. There's no glass here, nothing to break. You can put flameless candles in here. You can put statuary in here. I put in 4 of our flameless candles. Let me talk to you about our flameless candles if you've never seen them before. And if you've bought our flameless candles, will you please give a little review in the comments so other people can understand like how great they are. So here's the scoop on flameless candles. I resisted bringing them to Just Jill for years because first of all, in my time at QVC, I presented so many Luminara candles and I love them. They're a beautiful product. And I know how many other people love them too. And I just wasn't sure if I wasn't offering Luminara, if anybody would really want any flameless candle other than that. Okay. But then I found these. And what I loved about them was they are real wax poured into a glass hurricane. So you already have it in glass. And this wick that they've used, their flame, as you can see on the tapers in the different sizes that we have for you here, has this really pretty soft, glow. It's a subtle flicker. It's on a timer, and they're beautifully executed. So we tried them. We brought in a few of them, and we can't keep them in stock, frankly. Every time we do a post, hey, more flameless candles in, you all swoop them up. You can put them everywhere. And I love that some of them are skinnier, like these, in different heights. Okay, I think we do a 4, 5, and a 6-inch in these sizes, usually a set of 2. We did these in a 4, 5, and 6-inch height. But again, look at the flame. And I feel like that flame actually looks more realistic than some of the Luminara and other flameless candles maybe you've seen. So those have always been super popular. Put them everywhere in your home. There's no space where they're not going to look great. I love them clustered in this open concept lantern. So again, the lantern's on sale for $39. That includes your shipping. That is a steal. And then add your flameless candles to the mix. And then let me talk about the tapers, because that was sort of the next evolution of what you had requested from us. Amy said, to be honest, I like yours better than Luminara. Thank you, Amy. You can see the flicker, right? The shape of the flame looks realistic. And then we also, because you all wanted tapers, my feeling was if we're going to do the tapers, we have to give them the right candlesticks to put them in. So look, this could be a nice gift for a wedding gift or something coming up. Give them a set of the flameless tapers and then the candlesticks to go with them, right? Here is the, can you just take that down, Kylie?
My
Thank you.
computer's out here.
So I'm taking them down, so you don't worry about them. So here's the swirl candlestick holder, and it looks like crystal. Like it's thick. Do you see the thickness there? Look at that center swirl. Like that is gorgeous. And I also love that it has a nice sturdy base. So you're not going to worry about it tipping over. So we have a set of 2 of those, and they work perfectly with the taper candles. By the way, our tapers are a set of 2 in 7 inches or 10 inches in white or ivory. So we really expanded based on your requests. We originally did them in ivory. Then a lot of you wanted them in white. So we brought in both. We thought originally we'd do 1 size in the taper. We got feedback you wanted 2. So we did 2. And so you can expect that we're bringing in more and more different sort of candle holders for you. Because again, that's like a black dress, and then you change up the accessories to make it look new over and over and over again. We can do that for you with your taper candles. We can make them feel different, moody, elegant, casual, whatever you want based on the candlesticks you're using them with. And the nice thing about a clear glass like this, obviously, is it's so neutral, right? It can dress up or dress down really nicely. So if you do the set of 2, they would look like that. Isn't that pretty? That's so nice. And it doesn't just have to be on a dining room table. Put these on your mantle, nestle them in a little collection on your side table. Enjoy that. Put it in the hallway. Use it as a nightlight. They're so pretty. And then another candlestick that we have, which I think is brilliant, is this one. Okay. So kind of modern in its shape, very hefty in its glass, perfect for the taper. But you take out your taper, you turn it like this, and now it becomes a candle holder for your votive. All right. And you can use this with real candles, which is what this is, or your flameless. We do sell flameless tea lights, by the way. We just forgot to bring them with us to the beach. So luckily I had some real ones. So again, it can be for your tapers, or it can be for your votives. Tapers, votives. Here, I'll show you. 1 moment, please. Taper, votive, right? Love these. Love, 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 love these. Okay, they're so great. They're so easy. Really thick, hefty glass. Again, looks like crystal, feels like crystal. And just clean and sleek and so versatile, right? You double duty here. So you can use it however you'd like to use it. So those are available if you'd like them. And then last but not least, and I didn't even get a chance to read any of the comments here. I'm going to put some of them up, Kylie, okay? Mary said, I use the tapers in my antique candle holders, gives them a whole new lease on life. Love it. Christine said, I've been using the 4-inch flameless candles on my tiered tray. I love the glass and glow, very affordable. Thanks, Christine. Marilyn said, I have several sizes. They're so pretty. Mine are ivory. Highly recommend. Very nice. People are saying how they love the candle holders. Fantastic. All great. Oh my gosh, is it 9 o'clock already? It is. All right. So don't go away, everybody. Joan says, I have the holders also. All right. So let me just real quickly give you one reminder. 2 reminders, actually. So next week is the last week of April. We're going to be doing lives for you as part of the Just Jill anniversary. Monday night, I'm joined by Dr. Adrienne Deness. We're going to be talking about a lot of brand new products that Dr. Deness has in her skincare line. If you are looking for products to help your aging skin, there's a reason why I carry Dr. Deness's products at Just Jill. Because I've known Adrienne for over 25 years. She has so much integrity. She is one smart cookie, and she was really looking at aging skin before it was a thing. And she understands how to treat aging skin so that you have results that improve the appearance. So Dr. Deness here on Monday night next week, and then we're going to do a Facebook Live on Tuesday night to sort of wrap up our Just Jill anniversary celebration. But before we do that, I just want to remind you, our home fragrances, we have some really great special offers on our candles and our room sprays. And with the purchase of any, whether it's a single candle, a room spray candle duo, the mason jar candles, any of our home fragrances from Candle Maker Ed, we're going to give you a free 2-ounce bottle of our room spray. And it's Candle Maker Ed's choice on fragrance, but I kind of know what he's putting in there, and it's pretty darn good. You're going to love it. A 2-ounce room spray, just so you know, there's 400 spritzes here. And really, to fragrance a room, you only need 2 to 3 sprays. 3 is a lot, actually. I think 2 is plenty. All natural essential oils, all made and blended for you in Southern California. Our candles, this is our big mason jar style. We also have it for you in a classic, just glass jar. This is 10 ounces. This is 24, I think, 24 ounces and 10 ounces. We have so many different fragrances for you to choose from. If you were to say to me, Jill, I'm new to your candles, I really want to try something, where would you point me? I would say try our home fragrance. That's our #1 seller. It has like all 5-star reviews. You can read the reviews at justjillshop.com. It is a sugared, tropical, citrus. If you've ever been into an anthropology store and smelled their store, that's kind of the inspiration. But everyone that knows that fragrance has told me ours is better. I'll take that. We use 100% soy wax from American farmers, natural essential oils, cotton wicks. We don't top load the fragrances. Ed blends that fragrance all the way through the wax. So you have fragrance that's throwing from that melt from the first to the very last burn. My tip for candles, I say this every time, but it's so important, everybody. When you burn our candles the very first time, please make sure you have about 2 hours, that you can allow it to burn completely so that the top of the candle is completely melted. You want all of that wax to be liquefied. That way, the next time you burn the candle, it will continue to burn all the way down. If you burn a candle and it only burns out and melts out halfway, I'll do the comments in a second, Kylie. It'll only burn that far for the rest of the life of the candle. So you're losing all of that wax and potential for fragrance throw. That's why you want that first burn. It's the most important to completely liquefy across the surface. So our home fragrance, if you've never tried us before, that's where I would go first. People love our With Grace. If you want a very soft, feminine smell, if you know the Amazing Grace fragrance from Philosophy, our With Grace is very comparable to that. A very clean, feminine, easy to be around fragrance. People love it. Our lemon pound cake this time of year is the clean notes of lemon freshness, but the subtle sweetness of bakery. Kylie sprayed that today when we were down here at the beach house, and she's like, that is really good. And a little sleeper fragrance that I feel like is gaining some traction with all of you because you're trusting me is fresh cut grass. And fresh cut grass is, I sprayed that in here tonight. I love it. There's a little sweetness to it. But if you know, on like a spring day where the door or the windows are all open, the grass has been mowed, and it just, God, that smells good. Like outdoor fresh, without allergies. Our fresh cut grass is awesome. You might also want to look at some of our room spray samplers. We have 2 different ones. Our new one for this year gives you fresh cut grass. It gives you home. It gives you coffee shop, which again is not just about coffee, but it's like coffee as well as like there's a little like vanilla latte in there. And I will say, if you feel like your home smells a little stale, or there's an odor you just kind of can't get rid of, the coffee shop really helps neutralize that. And it also includes Cozy Winter Cabin, which is one of those fragrances that we developed for our winter fragrance collection, but so many of you love it year round that we put that in the sampler too. So whatever fragrance, single, duo, combo you buy, you will get a 2-ounce room spray from Candle Maker Ed as his gift for supporting Just Jill and certainly his amazing candle business for the last 4 years. So please check those out. They do make great gifts, and just read the reviews. That's all I can say. I know you can go to any card shop. I know you can go to Target. I know you can go to Home Goods and buy candles. I know, but here's what I'll also tell you. They've been sitting on the shelf. They were on a ship from China for 5 months before they got here. Then they were sitting in a warehouse. They're sitting out there without lids, and most of them are top loaded so that by the time you burn halfway through the candle, there's no fragrance left. And what Ed really wanted to do with his candle brand, and why we, I think, have been so successful, is because his candles are made fresh to order. You're going to place your order. Ed's going to make them probably this weekend, and they're going to ship out to you next week. So they're fresh made. They're the best fragrances, like we talked about earlier with food. The best ingredients result in the best experience. And that's what I hope you find with our home fragrance collection. It's worth it. All right. That's all I have for you tonight, friends. Back when? Monday night with Dr. Dinesh, Tuesday night for our Just Jill anniversary extravaganza closeout. Happy 4 years. So looking forward to hanging out with you then. And be sure to follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, at Just Jill Bauer. If you haven't signed up for our email, that's a great way to know when we've added new things to the shop, when new things arrive, when certain things are on sale. Sometimes we only sort of pepper that out during our emails. So make sure you're doing our email list. And more than anything, hey, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. It was so fun welcoming you into our beach home. And with that, Kylie and I think our movie tonight for cleanup, our movie for setting up was Wicked. Our movie for cleanup tonight is Mission Impossible, whatever the most recent one is called, because we know that part 2 of that is coming up. And if you didn't know, I find Tom Cruise enjoyable. So that's how we're going to wrap up our evening. A little Tommy. All right. Cheers. Thanks, everybody. Good to see you. Hope to see you on Monday night. Have a good rest of your week. Fantastic weekend. Okay. See ya.